Today, I want to show you one of the ways in which you can remove or take down the convertible soft top cab on an Argo 8x8. The star of the show here will be my 2021 Aurora 950 SX limited edition. There are many ways, or there's actually a couple of ways in which people take their tops down. For today, I will show you the way that I like to do it, because I like to use it as a convertible top in the summer sometimes to keep the dust and wind off if I need to. So without further ado, here goes. To start things off, I remove the doors and windows, and I'll roll them up and put them in their bag, and I'll remove the crossbar supports that go from front to rear, put them in their bag. And then we'll unsnap the top off of the windshield, we'll roll it up and put it in its storage bag. So the first thing I do is I start by removing these straps, these bungee cords here. You'll have to forgive me, folks. I am trying to do this one-handed while filming myself. So a little difficult at times, but bear with me. As you can see, my top, the bungees that hold this down, are all nice. They got a good tension to them, and they hold the top rather nice when I'm out driving around in the snow. The next step will be I start removing doors and windows. So we start with taking out the front doors. This is the main doors. Is the I like to take this piece off and leave it as part of the door. So I'll unsnap all these parts, unzip this zipper, come back here, and we'll unzip this zipper here, and that door is off. Until I put them in the bag, I'll lay my doors out flat, because I like to roll them up and keep them nice and neat. Let's go around and do the driver's side door. So that's all the doors all the way around. Next, I'll undo the top and start working that backwards and taking that down. Okay, your soft top should come with two bags. One to put the doors and windows in when you're not using it, and the other one for when you roll the top up or collapse it down to use it as a convertible top. They both should look like this. So this is the bag for the windows that I'll roll up and put away. And then this is the bag that you use for the when you just collapse the top down. A couple little things I'll show you that I added is these bungees, and I'll show you what they're for when the time comes. So for now, we'll go ahead and get ready to remove this top. Real simple, unsnap everything here. Same thing on the driver's side. No, it looks like I missed one. Okay, that gives me enough slack to start working on the bows. I like to work on the back bows first and remove them. Simple little pin, remove, and that's one bow out. Sunlight. Number one and number two. And there's the other bow. Now we'll remove the front bows. Now when you remove the front bows, the top may collapse a bit. That's okay, it ain't gonna hurt anything. That bow is out. I do that to keep my windshield wiper from vibrating right or left when I'm driving with the windshield up. It provides enough tension. Go. Come back here, pull that pin, and that bow is out. So you see, not a big deal. It folds, it falls, that's okay. Remove my pins. It allows those bars to collapse. So now I'll let it fall forward. I'll bring this back here. Okay, now we're going to wrap the top up, and we will wrap the bows up into the top. So between the rear bow, which collapses, and the front bow, I'll create this nice pocket right here. As you can see. And I'll drop these right into that nice little pocket. Okay, that's basically wrapped up. Now, I grab this bag and I just kind of feed it on in, wrap it on around. So, that's basically the top is done and it is down. I go one more step. Remember I mentioned those bungee cords that I purchased. You'll see what they do. I use 4 of them. And now all I do with them is, this is a real simple deal. I come and I wrap it around that bar. On each corner. Like I said, this is not a mandatory thing. This is not something you have to do. It's something I choose to do. And the reason why, I think it should be getting pretty obvious why, folks. So there it is. But what these do, these little bungees that I use, you can see they just hold it so when I'm driving down the trail, it doesn't bounce around. So that completes taking the top down. Now we'll roll up the windows and doors and put them away. So we just start with this bag. I'll lay this down here. We'll do passenger side. So, if your dealer sets you up properly, sets you up with this top, then they may have installed snaps right here where my hand are at, that you take your window bag and you can snap it to those snaps, and then that way it's always with you. It's just hanging off the back of your seat. You can do the same thing on the back seat if you have this back seat option. Now, as you can see, I didn't put any snaps here. I have some custom made rifle cases for when I go hunting, and I use them on the back of this seat. Keeps my rifles long ways. I can get to them from either side. They're padded. They don't get buried in things. They're always easy to get to, and they're protected from the weather. So for me, my doors and windows just drop right down here under the seat or behind the seat. Okay, so now we're going to take down the windshield. This is a simple, very simple and easy task. You're going to notice I have slightly different clips than probably what you're used to seeing or what came with your windshield. So all you have to do is you come down here to this bottom one. Come down here to this bottom one. Remove the pin. This is what I use. Okay, that goes through and it locks in there. I like it better than what the Argo clips are. Release that. Come over to the other side here, and I do release the same thing. Now you may notice that my bar looks a little thicker. Okay, the reason why is I went and put heater hose over the top of my bar. It protects it from brush and other objects, brush, trees, stick, twigs, whatever you might hit, and gives it a little bit more strength. And then let's fold the window down. Easy day, done deal. And you'll see these little clips right here that were installed. And there's one side, and the other side works exactly the same way. What happens is this is the way these windshields are designed to fold down. The supports keep it out here. But for those of you that are familiar with the older Argos, the pre-2019 Argos, they had posts that came up off of the body that strap snapped to. That held the thing down. What happens is if you load your Argo onto a trailer frontwards, which is what you really should do so that it keeps your tongue weight on the tongue, because the engine's up front, you're towing this thing forward. So if you don't have a transport cover, which I happen to have one, but if in the event that I don't, you can get a lot of wind that comes in here. And I've seen these windshields bow up from the wind force when you're driving it down the highway, because the wind force goes here, picks it up. These bars hold on the end. So I took an idea from the old style Argos that had the posts that came up, and I made myself my own little straps, and I set them up. So that These straps keep this center from bowing up if I happen to be towing down the highway without having the transport cover on it. Keeps it nice and straight, and also keeps it from doing any kind of rattling or bouncing.